lovely friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sari Steam, and today I'm going to be trying out the new KVD Apple Balm foundation. I got mine in the shade Light 008, which is supposed to be for fair to light skins with olive undertones. So I thought that was really interesting with the olive undertone. That's exactly what I am, and I never can find that specific color. So I'm really excited to try this out. The packaging is so pretty. Hopefully we can see that. There we go. And then when you take it out, it's in this all plastic compact that is 100% recyclable. And this is what the color I got looks like. So it looks like it's going to be a really good match. I'm going to be applying this today with my KVD number 10 foundation brush. For some reason I can't find my sponge, so I'm going to use this all over my face. And I am going to try it today without any primer. So if that sounds interesting, just keep watching. Alright, so I have zoomed you in. My skin's in pretty good shape right now. I've got a little bit of discoloration, but not really a whole lot to cover. This is supposed to be a buildable full coverage foundation. So I'm just going to go right in with it. So I mean, right off that looks like it's going to be a perfect shade match once I get it blended. Really nice coverage. Really easy to use. That goes right on. It's blending out beautifully. And I'm just blending it in. I'm going to do half of my face and then show you the difference. It does seem to be clinging to the dry patches around my nose a little bit. Alright, so this is what it looks like. We have foundation on this side of our face and nothing on this. So you can see it does look pretty good. It's got a skin-like finish. Like I said, it's not sitting very well in this dry area around my nose. I don't know if you can see that. But other than that, it feels great. It barely feels like I've got anything on my face. So that's what we have so far. I'm going to go ahead and apply it to the other side. It's also going really far. I'm barely dipping that in and it's covering my whole face. So barely made any type of dent in that. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. I've got quite a bit of redness on this side, so it'll be interesting to see how that looks as I'm covering it. And this is supposed to set down according to the box to a fresh matte. So I'm seeing that. It's looking a little bit lighter on camera under all the lights, but in person it's actually kind of a perfect shade match. So definitely happy with that. Still not loving the way it's sitting around my nose. So. It's actually on all of my dry patches. I'm definitely seeing it clinging. I'm not sure if that's coming across on camera or not. I'm gonna put just a little bit more under my eyes, but I'm actually going to use my finger and just dab it because this does say it should be able to be built up. Almost threw my brush there. Alright, so I think I'm gonna leave it there and put on the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back to show you my final thoughts on it. Alright, so I've been wearing this foundation for about an hour or so. I finished up my eyes using the e.l.f. and Chipotle palette, and I am so disappointed in this. I had such high hopes for this product, and it's just sitting so badly on my skin. I don't have dry skin, and somehow with this foundation I have dry patches on my cheeks. I have them, my nose looks terrible. Let me see if I can zoom you in so that you can see how bad this is looking. So here on my nose, you can see how gross that looks. Here is this dry patch. Under my eyes is creasing. And you can see the redness poking through because it's just breaking up on my skin. So I'm gonna give this one more try tomorrow with a hydrating primer, but I might actually return this one, and I am not a returner. But this is a $38 foundation, so for $38 I really expect better performance from this. So I'm really upset with this one. I can't wait to take it off my face. It doesn't feel bad, but it looks terrible. So I'm gonna give this one more try tomorrow with a hydrating primer to see if that helps with this dryness that's all over my face, and I'll let you know how I feel about that. But as of right now, I'm thinking this one is actually going to be returned because it's just that bad on my skin. So I'll check in tomorrow after I try it with a hydrating primer. I'm gonna go take this off and do something different with my skin. So I'll check back in tomorrow. Alright friends, welcome back. This is day 2 of trying to use the KVD Good Apple Balm. Today I pulled out my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Primer. This is the most moisturizing primer I have. As I mentioned before, I actually have oily skin, so I don't have a lot of options for a moisturizing primer. So I'm going to go ahead and try this as a base. I'm going to give it a good shake. These ones are pretty oily. I'm just going to rub that on my fingers and just go in. I don't have anything else on my face except for my skincare. I'm going to use just a little bit more. I want to give this the best shot I can. That primer does feel really nice. I don't use it very often with my skin, but so we've got that on. I'm gonna give it a few minutes and then we'll try again. I'm actually gonna try applying this with my fingers today, just with the texture. I'm wondering if I can massage it in a little bit better. I just washed my hands before I put on my primer, so we'll give it a try. So I'm going to give it a few minutes for that to set, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I've given it a few minutes. My primer is set in. It feels nice on my skin, a little tacky to the touch. So now I'm just going to go in with my fingers on this and see what happens. I've actually got a cat hair on my finger. I take that out before I go to my face. Looks like that. And I'm just going to massage it in like I would a tinted moisturizer. Again, it's just not sitting nicely on my skin. So that's what it looks like with half my face done. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side, but so far I'm not feeling this. It just sits so poorly on my skin. It makes my skin look worse, I think, rather than better. Look at my nose. I hope you can see that. And you see how that's just sitting on top and pulling dry patches. It's also not blending well with my fingers, but that's not surprising. I just figured it was another way to try. I'm gonna go in and see if I can build it up a little. Turn down the lights a little bit. I think I'm a little too bright. So I mean, I do think it looks a little bit better actually, kind of rubbed in and worked in with my fingers than it did with the brush or a sponge. But it's still just so dry. Alright, so I'm gonna call that done. And I hope you can see. I'm gonna try to get right up to the camera. Turn down the lighting a little bit. And I hope you can see how much texture this is bringing out on my skin. Like, it definitely looks worse than it did before I put on foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and try to wear this today and see if maybe throughout the day I'm gonna set it, and I'm gonna use the ColourPop setting spray as well to see if that brings some moisture back into it. But so far this is just not it for me. I don't love this one. I'm probably gonna return this just because this is a $38 foundation and it's just not working with my skin. I think the color is fantastic, and I think from far away, like looking in my mirror over here, from back here, I don't have my glasses on, it looks okay from far away. It definitely evened out my skin, and I think the color match is actually perfect on it. But it's just, it looks so bad on my skin. And again, I don't have dry skin, so for it to be making these dry patches is just really weird. But I'm gonna wear it for the day. I'll let you know after I set it. I'll check in one more time and let you know how I feel about it, but so far this one has just been a fail. So I'm sorry to hear that though, because I really had high hopes for this. I was really excited. I love the KVD products. I have the Portrait Foundation and it's great, but this one's just not it. Alright friends, I have only been wearing this foundation for about 2 hours. I filmed another look using the Game Beauty Fantasy palette. Definitely check that out. I'll link it up in the cards here. But I'm so ready to take this off my face. I was gonna try to give it an all-day wear test, but it just feels weird on my skin. If you look, you can see redness poking through, even though this is supposed to be a very high coverage. I've got a blemish here that is being made, it looks worse. It doesn't look better, it's not covered, it looks worse. My nose, hopefully you can see that. It's bad. Even my eyebrows look weird. So overall, this one is a hard pass for me. I am not a returning type of person. I've never returned a foundation that I've tried, but this is so bad that I can't sanction paying $38 for this. So overall, I can't suggest this. I would say pass on this one. I know it went viral, it sold out, but if you didn't get it, in my opinion, you're not missing anything. I know that they said this was meant more for dry skin than oily skin because it was supposed to be very hydrating. I actually have oily skin. I don't have dry skin, and the way this is performed on my oily skin makes me think that it absolutely wouldn't work for anyone with dry skin. So sorry, but that one is just, it's not it for me. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Let me know if you'd like to see more foundation reviews in the future, and I'll do that. I have a couple of favorites that I would love to pass on. But overall, beyond that, I hope you stay safe and have a wonderful rest of your day.